Aviation is responsible for 3% of global carbon dioxide emissions. This may not seem like a lot, but whilst most economic sectors are shrinking their carbon footprint, aviation is rising. Something definitely needs to be done about that. That is why the travel industry is preparing for carbon neutrality. Though greener air travel is possible, it will be a challenging task. EuroCham Singapore is running the program Sustainable Air Travel and comprises a series of activities covering 3 main areas of focus. 1. Autonomous and connected. 2. Zero emission. 3. Industry 4.0 revolution. To understand the commitments that European aerospace companies have, EuroCham interviewed Anand Stanley, President of Asia Pacific at Airbus. Aviation is not the problem, emissions are the problem. Could you please explain this statement of Airbus?
You have to remember that the aviation industry represents approximately only 2.5% of global human-induced CO2 emissions. At Airbus, we are convinced that we can do even better and that sustainable air travel is not only possible, but achievable in our lifetime. This is why we are taking a more robust approach to environmental protection and sustainability.
What is Airbus's decarbonisation strategy?
Airbus is committed to meeting the Paris Agreement targets and leading the decarbonisation of the aviation sector in full collaboration with all stakeholders. This is why we aim to develop the world's first zero-emission commercial aircraft by 2035. In parallel, we are developing a multifaceted climate impact program for commercial aircraft. This includes a focus on sustainable aviation fuels, air traffic management solutions, and market-based measures.
Which other goals does Airbus aim to meet besides the overall goal to be carbon neutral by 2050?
We are working with our partners to develop new generation cleaner technologies, including hybrid electric engines, alternative fuels, and hydrogen technologies to decarbonize our industry. Our commitment also extends to reducing our industrial emissions, decarbonizing our internal industrial and flight operations and sites.
CAAS is developing a sustainable air hub blueprint in Singapore. Does this align with Airbus sustainability goals in Singapore? The blueprint sets a medium-term goal by 2030. Is Airbus able to meet this goal, since 2050 is the overall year Airbus is aiming at?
Singapore offers exciting potential for significant partnerships as we embark on our journey towards decarbonization. We have already been active with various parties, both in the government and private sectors, to pursue our sustainability goals. This includes being a member of the International Advisory Panel set up by CAAS, and we therefore are closely involved in the process of developing the blueprint. Although not yet finalized, the medium and long-term goals are already outlined and are fully aligned with that of the wider industry.
Airbus announced it would bring a big revolution to the market by 2035. What is it?
Our ambition is to put a zero-emission aircraft into service by 2035. We had announced 3 options and are currently studying them. The turbofan, the turboprop, blended wing, all of these studies are progressing well.
Is there something already being done to reduce the carbon footprint within the next 13 years?
Improvements in aircraft and engine technology and subsequent fleet replacement hold the largest promise for decarbonizing aviation. This includes the introduction of our hydrogen-powered aircraft in 2035. Range and capacity optimized hybrid electric regional aircraft are anticipated to bring down CO2 emissions by 50% per flight for regional air travel.
What is Airbus especially doing to meet the 4 following SDG?
Industry, Innovation and Infrastructure, SDG 9, Innovation is in our DNA. We have developed zero-emission flight projects from eFan-X to urban air mobility to help tackle CO2 emissions. Responsible consumption and production, SDG 12. We set ambitious goals to reduce our manufacturing footprint, promote conservation of resources, and better manage the impact of our industrial operations. We also work closely with our suppliers to help them comply with our environmental and social commitments. Climate action, SDG 13. We work constantly to improve the environmental performance of our products. In addition, our satellites play a key role in monitoring and understanding climate change. Partnerships for the goals, SDG 17. We believe the key to progress is collaboration. This is why we team up with our industry peers, foreign governments, and ministries, the humanitarian community, and many other global partners to support corporate sustainable development programs, and also to provide relief when disaster strikes.